Are you still renting and wondering if buying makes sense right now? Or maybe you're thinking it's safer to wait. In 2025, the rent versus buy debate in Center Wellington is hotter than ever. So let's break it down. Hi there, I'm Jacqueline Geerlings, your local realtor, long term resident, and former home inspector. I've worked with dozens of families, first time buyers, and even renters who weren't sure if owning made sense. And today, I'm going to help you decide what's smart for you in this market with no fluff. So let's start with renting. As of 2025, average rent in Fergus and Elora for a two-bedroom is between $2,000 and $2,500 a month. Add hydro, gas, internet, and you're looking at about $3,000 all in. The pros is no maintenance headaches, easier to relocate, no down payment required. The cons, rent increases are back, many landlords are applying for above guideline hikes, and you're not building equity, you're subject to someone else's rules and renewal terms, and let's be honest, finding a quality rental in Center Wellington isn't exactly that easy. Now let's compare that to buying. A $650,000 home with a 5% down payment at 5.29% interest rate is going to run you about $3,800 a month with your mortgage, taxes, insurance, and utilities. Yes, it's a bit more upfront, but your pros are you're building your equity with every payment. You lock in your monthly cost, and you can personalize and renovate your space however you want. First-time homebuyers in Ontario qualify for tax rebates, land transfer exemptions, and RRSP programs. Now, cons are maintenance costs are on you. You need a down payment, plus you need closing costs. Less flexibility when you need to move in, but here's key. After 3 to 4 years of your ownership costs start to level out, your equity builds fast. So here's where it gets interesting. Over the past 5 years, even with a market correction, home values in Center Wellington have increased on an average of just over 6% annually. If you buy a home at $650,000 and it grows just 4% a year, you've gained over $140,000 in equity just after 5 years. Plus, you pay down your mortgage. Meanwhile, if you rent for 5 years at $2,600 a month, you paid $150,000 to your landlord with no return. You're not building wealth, you're building their wealth. Now, lifestyle plays a role too. Renting makes sense if you're relocating short term, you're unsure about your job, you're planning a major life change soon, but buying gives you more control. Want a dog? No landlord approval. Want to renovate? Go for it. Want to create a secondary suite, generate income? Now you're building real financial freedom. Now let me give you a real example. A young couple last year were renting for $2,200 a month in Guelph. They wanted more space, but they didn't think that they could afford to buy. After running the numbers with a $30,000 down payment and some smart budgeting, they bought a semi in Elora. Fast forward 1 year, they've already gained over $42,000 in equity. Their monthly costs are higher, yes, but they're now homeowners and every dollar goes towards their future. They also finished the basement and now they rent it out to a student, reducing their cost of living even further. So what's my advice? If you plan to stay in the area for at least 3 to 5 years and your income is stable, buying is likely the smarter financial move. You're locking in your housing costs while property values and rent continue to rise. But if you're unsure of your future, you don't feel financially ready, or you just aren't sure where you want to live long term, renting gives you a lot more breathing room. Want to know what makes sense for you? Send me your monthly rent or ideal home budget. I run a personalized rent versus buy comparison. No pressure, just real numbers and a plan. Thanks for watching, and if you got value from this, hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Are you team rent or team buy? I'd love to hear your story. See you next time, everybody.